at the 23-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Gone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
20, 12, 12, 12, 12.
Throwing on third. Goff. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, it's Bell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Forced out to his left. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he connects with Vance McDonald. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now Roethlisberger. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss. And that'll lead to a 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run. It's Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger steps away. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 62 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come. Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the ball. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Jack 16.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Roethlisberger now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Room to run inside the 40. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, there's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them back for 2nd down.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that, and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, and defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he's gotten better every year he's been in the league.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first down throw. Gone. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
These two.
A give to Bell. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go. 190. 190.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Back to the air. Goff on second down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the Rams have got it going the other way. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. On first and goal, Gurley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. Second and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up third and goal. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is third and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Third and goal, Gurley. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a fourth-quarter lead. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Flushed out right. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. In for the score. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Roethlisberger goes underneath for Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. The give is to Bell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the 50, it's gone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former 1st-rounder, Artie Burns. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine.
Check. 8.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really hot.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 30, the 20, and he's touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, his first touchdown on the year, and the Rams add on to their lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Michael Brockers in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by George Iloka. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. A big run there by Gurley. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Los Angeles, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week